Hey, what's good, y'all, and welcome to the Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2 concept series. I will be dropping a compilation of videos pertaining to what drastic improvements we could see in the next Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Now, remember, these are just concepts, so some of these ideas may be outlandish or unbalanced, but I'll try to keep them somewhat reasonable if possible. My goal here is to show how the solid foundation of the first game can be built up correctly with these improvements. So with all that being said, drop a like, leave a comment about some of the improvements you'd like to see, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the series. Now let's dive straight into the first installment of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2 concepts, character creation. Run the intro. I chose to start with this aspect of Shinobi Striker because, let's be honest, this was the major selling point of the first series. Whether fans of Naruto or not, making personalized characters has always been a big draw to most gamers. It shows our creativity and individualism, as well as ideas and wishes making a character in a new world. Some games of this genre go into great depths, letting you explore your creativity making a character, while others, like Shinobi Striker 1, are very shallow and doesn't offer much. I hope that this will not be the case in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2, as they look to put a great effort in the major selling point of this series. So, how can they do this? Well, let's get started with the basics. Choosing a gender, it's a no-brainer. That is what you will start with, but I do want to point out a major change here that differs from the first game. Instead of a ninja remake system the first game introduced, the second will be more story-driven. We'll get into that in another video, but for the sake of this one, the sequel will introduce character slots, allowing you to choose which character's story you will continue in the world. Speaking of the world, the next thing you will select while creating your character is what village they'll hail from. Unfortunately, there won't be any of the smaller or side villages to choose from, like the Rain or the Sound, but they won't be excluded from the game. Anyways, choose one of the major 5 villages, and that will be your base of operations, or the hub world. As I've said, there will be a story attached to that, but again, this is a video about character creation, so let's continue on. After choosing your gender and village, this is the next portion I want to see a major improvement in, the character's appearance and clothing. They don't need to have something of a character creator where you're in cyberpunk or anything like that. No, it can be anime manga feel, but still in depth. So let's break it down, my vision / hope / want, low-key need, for Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2. First, your height. Unlike the first game where it's tied to your height and body type, this will be separate. So if you want a small buff character or a tall slim character, the option is there. Even Inoki's height will be available as you have a height slider to move up and down as you desire. And since the height is separated, the game will also have a build slider, muscle and fat, bust and waist for females. Though these will show variety of body types that has always been present in the Naruto series, but not Shinobi Striker. And since I mentioned Inoki, there were no definitive ages for your character in Shinobi Striker 1. In fact, even the small characters just look like adults too. So this will be a feature in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2 to determine whether you're a kid, teen, adult, or elderly. So if you wanted to have wrinkles and be a grandmaster or something, you definitely can in this one. Now that that's out of the way, it's time to customize your looks. I'm talking facial features. And unlike the first game where you have to unlock scars, tattoos, and whatnot, this will not be the focus of the sequel as you will not be grinding for cosmetics. So most of the customization options for face paint, etc. will be available here. So starting from the top, you will start with the skin, and it splits into 2 options, color and design. Once you choose your skin color, you have the option to pick a design and its color and drag it anywhere on your face. Whether you choose a scar or a face paint, you can place it anywhere you like. Next, select eyebrows, and again, it's separated into style, color, and design. The first game forced you to have the same color eyebrows as your hair, but this won't be the case in the sequel. Also, if you want to have a Naruto Sage coloring, or maybe eyeshadow for some Hayate cosplay, that will also be available design, so go crazy. Getting into a little more complex customization options, after the eyebrows are the eyes, This will be split into 3 options. First is the shape of the eye. Next is the shape of the pupil. Then you'll have the option to choose the pupil design. And of course, options like Sage Mode, Sharingan, and Orochimaru Snake Slits will all be available. Then you have 3 coloring options: color of the eye, color of the pupil, and color of the design, giving your character's eyes a really unique feel. For the nose, you have the shape and 2 designs with an option to change the colors. So if you want like Jiraiya's mole with the Iruka scar or Pain's piercings with some freckles, that's all available. Next is your hair, and this part you will start by choosing your style. Then you are able to choose the length of the bangs, the back, and the sides. Lastly, choose the color of the hair and the color of the tips. Naruto is full of interesting hairs and designs, and the next game should take advantage of that. Did I mention that all these hairstyles by default come without a headband? Lips will be simple and will allow you to choose shape and color. Your jaw will cover from your cheeks to your chin, and you will have a lot of options here. You will get 5 design options, some of which you can unlock through story mode, but you will be able to place these anywhere. Whether that be a beard, a mustache, Itachi lines, Naruto whiskers, and a scar, you can really define your look with this portion of customization. That's it for the default settings. Again, already loads of options you can do, and we haven't even gotten into the clothing yet. Like any story, you will get more gear by completing missions and quests, etc. But as I've stated before, that won't be the focus of the game. But for now, let's get into the options we have. It's the next part of customization, headbands. In this installment, you can choose to have your headband where it normally is, or you can place it in another spot, whether that be across your eye like Kakashi, on your head like Sakura, or arm like Shikamaru, to around the waist like Lee. You can get a wide range of headband placements and styles, and of course, you can change the color of it. First, we have headgear with 2 color palettes and a design option. Then, an outer top with 2 color palettes and a design option with its color palette. Next, an inner top with the same options as the outer top, and an arm option for gloves, guards, finger paint, etc. Lastly, top accessory 1 and 2. So if you want to have a backpack and a scarf on, or a cloak and a sword, you can customize that accordingly, along with the color and its design. As for the lower half, I have this split into 4 parts: pants with the colors and design, footwear and its color and design, 2 bottom accessories, whether that be Sasuke's belt, cloak, and Himawari's teddy bear, or Jiraiya's scroll and Kakashi's bells. In total, 4 accessories, 2 top and 2 bottom. The last 2 things I want to talk about are things that are unlocked in-game. The first is Emblem Creator. Similar to like Call of Duty games, you're able to create your own designs and put them on your character wherever the design option is available. So essentially, you can put your logos on your clothing, your face, or accessories to really personalize your style. Remember to keep it appropriate though, or you might get slayed by the devs. And finally, the aura. This was introduced in Shinobi Striker 1 on custom outfits and weapons, but they are attached to those specific items. In Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2, however, you can put an aura on any outfit and weapon after unlocking it, whether you want feathers like Itachi or lightning effect. Even an Amaterasu aura is an option after unlocking it, and of course, customize its color as well. And that's the first part of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2 concept series. Character customization should be the focal point of this title. And now that we have our character, next time I'll be explaining systems that utilize this aspect in multiplayer and single player. We still have a lot to cover, so remember to turn on notifications and let me know any other customization options you would like to see in the Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker 2. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Peace.